Welcome back to Nate's Supercoach for 2024. This is the round 12 review. First of the bye rounds, done and dusted. A few more to go. Right, where do I start? 1983, not a bad score for a bye round. It's kind of the average. As this is, my average score per round this year is 2100, so it's a little bit under average. But usual years, that's kind of what I average, and it resulted in a 118 rank drop. So I have absolutely no idea what's going on, what's going wrong. I'm convinced the more and more I play this game, even this year, just since I've been doing the channel, I'm convinced that this game is 99% luck, and it's jumping on the player just before they go on the big run of games where they score heaps, and you trade them out just before you trade the rookies out just at the right time before they either get dropped or or they get injured. So I think at the end of the season, what I'll do is I'll do a video of all the trades that I've made, and I'll say, right, that was a mistake. That was a mistake I made. Don't do that again. Blah, 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 blah. There's already a few that I've done. It just goes to show you can put in all this planning over the pre-season. You can look at all the players that you think are going to be the top 8 midfielders and top 6 defenders, etc. You can have all the right rookies at the start, and you can still be sitting at 10,000th at the buys. So it's a bit frustrating. But all you can do is just keep making trades if you've got them. Keep trying to make your side. Keep trying to make your side as best as you can. All right, so not much. I got 121k in the bank, so not a lot of coin, but it's at least something. I can build a bit of a war chest this week potentially. 15 trades left, no boosts left. So let's see how the side went first of all. So Dacos 156, just fantastic. You'll take that every week. Really pleased with that. So obviously got that doubled. I didn't use Sheasel. I think I did use Sheasel as the captain actually because he was on the bye last week, so that allowed me to get 156 there. And I think I was Closey. I had the emergency on. I've thusly changed it, or it might have been I think it was Closey that I had the emergency on. Anyway, so that was that. So Sheasel obviously didn't play, but he'll stay in my side. I don't think I'm going to trade him out. Jordan Ridley, first week in, was happy with that. 111. Terrible game from Essendon. I was expecting that. We're no good this year. We're not going to be world beaters, I don't think. If we can't beat the Gold Coast at home, then there's no chance of... It doesn't seem like a finals win is coming. When we've beaten Hawthorn, St Kilda, we drew with Collingwood. They're not setting the world on fire. At the moment, we've beaten the Bulldogs. We've beaten Adelaide. We got crapped on by Port, Geelong and Sydney have beaten us. GWS is probably the only outlier all year. So I just don't see it this year personally. But who knows? Who knows with us? We're very Jekyll and Hyde. But anyway, Ridley 111. He got 160 in a thumping against Richmond. It wasn't a thumping, sorry. It was only 2 goals, my mistake. Yes, anyway, so 111, happy with that. Hayden Young 100. Again, we'll take that. I'm tempted to flick Hayden Young, but I just don't think I can. I've got some other issues. Tom Stewart's a big issue for me. 76, I can't be copping that as a defender. So I'm going to probably have to flick him at his bye, which I think is next week. So I've got another week of Stewart. Whitfield didn't play, but he's a good price. So I've had him in for a few weeks now in preparation for that. I knew he was going to be a pretty good option come the buys. Closey will be getting the Kuiper pass as well. I can't be having 47s on the field. It's just ridiculous. So I'll be cashing him out soon. Bontempelli 186 was just fantastic. I put the VC on Dacos during the game, and I was like, oh, how good's this? I got the VC on Dacos, and Bont was only on about 45 or something, and Dacos was about 80. I thought, oh, here we go. And then, of course, Bont turns it around and gets 186. But obviously, it's only 30 points I've missed because I've got both of them in the side. So it's not so much of a bad loss there. Miller 108. He was looking pretty ordinary Supercoach wise until the fourth quarter. He kicked a goal and got 30 points for it or something ridiculous. So Butters got 98. Walsh 111, Steele 118, Petrarca 85, and Oliver 73. I think Oliver's on the chopping block. Probably own that one. That's a mistake. I just thought he would. He looked like he was coming back to his previous season's form, and at the price that I picked him, I think it was 470 or something ridiculous. So that's just a no-brainer for what he can produce. But something's going on at Melbourne. I don't know what's going on. Even Gorn 95. I mean, it's not horrible, but he can produce 150s and 180s all the time, and I think he was up against Darcy and Jackson. So I mean, anyway, maybe it was the heat in Alice Springs. Who knows? Maybe Melbourne just need the bye. But I think Oliver's on the trading block. Tom Green, obviously didn't play. Haven't been too impressed with him. I traded him in, then he got injured or concussed rather. No, sorry, no, he did a calf or a hamstring within like the first 10 minutes, and he was benched on 4, and I had to cop that 4 on field. Just disaster after disaster, basically this year. Sullivan 61, we'll take that from a rookie every day. Same with Freya 66. I had him on field. Done a little bit of DPP just to move a few things around, but happy with that. Gorn 95, Marshall 85. Marshall's been a disappointment since I brought him in. I shouldn't have traded out Grundy. That was the mistake I made to bring in Sweet. I thought, hey, I'm going to be clever here, and everyone's jumping on Jordan Sweet. He's the next big thing, and subsequently only plays one game, and then he's injured, and then had COVID, and then got dropped, and then so that was a disaster. So, and then the forward line, so Heaney didn't play. Obviously, Flanders 119, which was great. Jackson 98, happy with that. Wilson 54, he's on the chopping block too. Darcy definitely is on the chopping block because he's suspended, so he'll go this week. And Garcia's 54. Rookie score, we'll take it. It's best 18 round, so it doesn't really matter so much about sort of rookie scores because the lowest 4 drop out anyway. So Jones didn't play. Richards is injured. Vicentini's my loop. Garcia. All right, so what do I do round 13? What do I do looking forward to try and turn the season around, essentially? I've got 15 trades left. So how many rounds have we got left? There's 23 rounds, I think, this year, 24. So there's about 12 left. So 1 trade a week, effectively, if I was to do it that way. First of all, let's just see how many I've got for playing in round 13. So do we have 18? That's the question. And I can tell you by looking at my side that yes, I do. Okay, so that's handy. We'll throw Freya into the midfield there. We'll get that working somehow. Yeah, so I do have 18. Okay, so I don't need to trade. We've only got Port and Freo on the bye, so it's not so much of a hit. I really would like to get some of these rookie scores off the field. I mean, in a normal week, I'd have a full midfield. So that 6 defence, that's got to be Luke Ryan, I think. But he's on the bye this week, so there's really no point bringing him in. So he'll be coming in next week. So it becomes a case of maybe I just build a bank, get rid of Closey, build up a bank, get Dawson or someone, or clear out Howes, clear out a bit of the Deadwood. We'll go from there. Darcy's got to go because he's suspended. I don't have Harley Reid anymore, but he's suspended as well, so he would have gone if I did have him. And Tom Stewart's a worry. He's a real worry, so I'm going to have to flick him too. So that brings up basically 2 defender spots. Well, if I bring Hayden Young back to where Closey is, then let's say Hayden Young replaces Stewart, for want of a better word. Closey will become Ryan. He's going to be the one I'll pick up. Midfield is done. I might go Oliver, might sub Oliver, or trade him out to maybe Lockie Neal, maybe Goulden, someone like that. I think I'll stick with Marshall at the moment, maybe to his bye and flick him back to Grundy. It just feels like I brought Marshall in. He's been a bloody disappointment. In the forward line, I mean, who's going to be in the top 6 forwards this year? Who knows? Heaney, Flanders, and Jackson are 1, 2, and 3. Probably throw Zorko in there, I guess. But I have no idea who's going to fill those spots there, and I've got a bit of Deadwood as well. So the balance, I guess, is trying to field a really strong 18, but preparing for the following weeks when players are off buys and other players go on the buys, and getting rid of the Deadwood as well to bring in some money. So let's have a look at who the super coaches are trading in and trading out. So obviously Closey, 15,990 other super coaches have traded him out. I can understand that. Wilson's the same. Sam Darcy. They'll probably be the 3 I do this week. If I do the 3, it'll build up a big bank for me, which would be nice. Richards, yeah, again injured, and Garcia just Ross the boss doesn't want to pick him for some reason. So they're probably the first 5 I'd look to get rid of because of their prices, especially these 3. You can, what's that? 325, 373, 6, 7, so 700 for. So you're looking at 1.1 million just with those 3. And that could allow you to get You know, Zorko at 610. That's pretty dear. And 125 break even. I wouldn't pay 610 for Zorko. Anywho, so these are some of the players that Supercoaches are bringing in. The most traded in Dawson. So with a negative 46 break even, I think that's a no-brainer. Coming off the bye, 117,000. I think he'll come in. Be a nice downgrade. Probably a closey downgrade to Dawson. Even a Howes up downgrade. Fisher, I'm not going there. I had him at the start of the year. Fell into the trap. He had some rubbishy scores, and I don't know why people are bringing him back in again. But I'm not going to fall in that trap. Lockie McNeil, he's been around for a few years actually. McNeil, so minus 29 break even. 80. Warner, not sold on Warner. I mean, good player, but I just in terms of Supercoach, like you've got Goulden there, you got Heaney. Parker's obviously a few more weeks away. Not sure. I'd probably go Goulden, but that would be mine, just for personal preference. You could go Warner if you like. Zorko, same thing. You know, when you've got Dunkley and Neil running through the middle, throw McCluggage through there as well, and Cam Rayner. It's a lot of guys to feed in terms of the Supercoach pie for points. So let's have a look at round 14. So this is doing a bit of pre-planning now. Okay, so let's say I keep Hayden Young in there. Let's say to Closey. Let's say Tom Stewart becomes Luke Ryan next week. So that gives me 5 in defence. Buttles will come back on and Freya. Okay, so that's 5 in defence. That's 6 in the midfield. That's 11. 1 Ruckman. That's 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so I'm going to have to do some trading, build up a bit of a bank for the next couple of weeks. So that'll be Freo and Port players coming off their bye. So Luke Ryan, I think, will be the most popular traded in person. If people don't have Luke Ryan in their side yet, like myself, they're going to be bringing him in after this bye week. So that's probably the most common one there. So in terms of round 15, you'll have the 16, you'll have the extra one with Luke Ryan, so that'll be 6 in defence, it'll be 7 in defence technically, so I have to move maybe Dacos into the mids to fit in Ryan and Young, or move Hayden Young into the mids, which then I could move Oliver out to someone, could pick up a forward. So what have I got there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So a few that I need to grab for round 15 as well. Alright, so that's kind of how I'm sitting. Haven't decided what I'm going to do just yet. I'll have a bit of a think, a bit of a play around. I've got to make some probably risky moves, I think, to try and make up some ground. So we'll see what I can come up with. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.